Hello everyone, welcome to the Yarn Bowl. Today in this video we're going to see how to crochet this chunky amigurumi Candy the Jellyfish made from Premier Yarn's latest launch, Parfait XL Sprinkles yarn. So they gave me the yarn to test, and they are easy to work with, and they're super soft. And if you want a free written pattern of this amigurumi, it's available in my website theyarnbowlcrochet.com. Link for that is available in the description. And if you have an Instagram account, follow me on my Instagram handle as well. I post project updates and fun reels on my Instagram. Meanwhile, if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl and click on the bell icon as well so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. So we're gonna see what are the things that we need to work this chunky amigurumi. They're super soft, and I made them using Parfait XL sprinkles yarn from Premier Yarns. You can find the link to buy this yarn in my description. And I used one ball of this yarn to work this amigurumi. So they have two different varieties of tentacles. One is a spiral and one is a straight. And I have not used safety eyes. Instead, I have used felt eyes. So I'm going to use 10mm crochet hook to work this amigurumi. And I will need dowel sticks to just tuck in the odd ends of the yarn. We'll need stitch marker because we are going to work in a spiral, so we need stitch marker to identify the first stitch of each round. We'll need polyfil. I'm going to need a felt for working the eyes. I free-handed it. If you have a cricket, you can also use it. So I just use this medicine cup to work this eyes, the felt eyes, and I'm gonna need a glue gun to stick these eyes to the amigurumi. So now let's start working the head. So for that, round 1, I'm gonna work a slip knot, and then I will work chain 3, and once I work chain 3, I'm gonna work a slip stitch on first chain. So this will form a ring. So it's very hard to work magic ring with this type of yarn, so you can start with this instead of magic ring. And then I'm going to work a chain 1 for round 2. This chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Then I'm going to go ahead work 6 single crochets around round 1. So as I told you earlier, we're going to work in a spiral, so we need to identify the first stitch of each round with stitch marker from now on. What does spiral mean? We are not going to end each round by working a slip stitch on the starting stitch. Instead, we're going to start the second round or the next round right away. So we'll need to identify the first stitch of each round with a stitch marker. Now I have worked 6 single crochets around round 1. So I have 6 stitches at the end of round 2. Now I'm going to work round 3 right away. So I'm going to work 2 single crochets on each stitch of round 2. So go ahead, work 2 single crochets on each stitch of round 2. So that will be our round 3. So at the end of round 3, we should have 12 stitches. So don't forget to mark your first stitch with the stitch marker and proceed working 2 single crochets on each stitch of round 2. So continue working 2 single crochets on each stitch of round 2. Now we are done with round 2. For round 3, I'm going to work 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet on the next stitch around. So we'll be working 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet on the next stitch around for round 4. So we should have 18 stitches at the end of round 4. And don't forget to mark your first stitch with a stitch marker and proceed working 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet on the next stitch, and repeat the pattern around. And I'll meet you at the end of this round 4. So now continue working round 4, and at the end of round 4 you should have 18 stitches. Now for round 5 I'm going to work 1 single crochet each for 2 stitches and 2 single crochet on the next stitch, and I'm going to repeat this pattern around. Work 1 single crochet each on 2 stitches and 2 single crochet on the same stitch for the next stitch, and repeat this pattern around. You should have 24 stitches at the end of round 5. So go ahead, work 1 single crochet each for 2 stitches and 2 single crochet on the same stitch for the next stitch, and repeat the pattern around. You should have 24 stitches. Now from round 6 to round 9, for the next 4 rounds we are not going to increment. We are just going to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. We are just maintaining the stitch counts. So go ahead, work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So we are not going to increment, and we are just going to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So, and we are going to do the same through round 6 to 9. So this is round 6. I'm continuing to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around. Repeat the pattern around, and that's the end of round 6. Now as I told you earlier, we're going to repeat this for 3 more rounds until we reach the end of round 9. So I'm just going to work 1 single crochet on each stitch around again for round 7, and I will do so for round 8 and round 9 as well. So once you work, in order to just make it easier to count the number of non-increment rounds, I usually do this. I just use the center yarn bit and then I'll pull it around. So from that point on it will be the non-increment round, and it will be easier for me to keep track of the non-increment rounds. And once I'm done with the non-increment rounds, and then I'll pull that yarn bit inside again. So go ahead, continue working 1 single crochet on each stitch around. So this is now around round 7. So and we're going to repeat this for 2 more rounds for round 8 and round 9 as well. So repeat working 1 single crochet on each stitch around until we reach the end of round 9. So now we are at the end of round 9. I'm pulling the yarn bit in the center inside the amigurumi again, and we'll be working round 10. So from now on we'll be decrementing. So I'm going to work 1 single crochet each for 2 stitches and single crochet 2 together in next 2 stitches. So continue to work 1 single crochet each for 2 stitches and work single crochet 2 together in next 2 stitches around. Mark your first stitch with a stitch marker and proceed working the pattern, which is 1 single crochet each for 2 stitches and single crochet 2 together in next 2 stitches around. So this should bring down your stitch count to 18 stitches, and proceed working 1 single crochet each on 2 stitches and single crochet 2 together in next 2 stitches around. So continue working the pattern. I'll meet you at the end of this round. Now for round 11, which is going to be again a decrement round, I'm going to work one single crochet in one stitch and single crochet two together in next two stitches. So this should further bring down our stitch count to 12 stitches at the end of round 11. So work one single crochet in one stitch and single crochet two together in next two stitches and repeat the pattern around. Don't forget to mark your first stitch with a stitch marker and proceed working one single crochet in one stitch and single crochet two together in next two stitches around. So continue working this pattern. I'll meet you at the end of this round. You should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. And now we are at the end of round 11. So before proceeding to the last round, so we can stuff our head with polyfil and proceed working our last round. Go ahead, stuff your head with a polyfil. Now we have stuffed our head with the polyfil. I'm going to close this with my last round. So for last round, I'm going to just work two single crochet two together in every two stitches around. So go ahead, work single crochet two together in every two stitches around. So this should bring down our stitch count to 6 stitches. Go ahead, work single crochet two together in every two stitches around. So you should have 6 stitches at the end of this round, which is our round 12. So you might have a small opening at the end of round 12. You can just work a couple of slip stitches around to close the opening, and you can work your final slip stitch and leave a little bit long tail and fasten off your yarn. So with this, our head pattern is done, and let's start working the tentacles. So that's our jellyfish's head. So you can see this yarn bit sticking out, and we'll tuck in the yarn bit inside the amigurumi with the dovette stick, and you can see I have worked two different varieties of tentacles here. One is a spiral and the other one is a straight tentacles. We'll need 3 of each. So we'll need to make 3 spiral tentacles and 3 straight tentacles. Now let's see how we are going to work our straight tentacles. So I'm going to work a slip knot, and then I'm going to go ahead work 20 chains. Go ahead, work 20 chains. I'll meet you once we are done making 20 chains. Now I have worked 20 chains, and I'm just gonna fasten off, work a slip stitch. I'll make a couple of knots on the end so that the yarn doesn't unravel. So this is our straight tentacles. How easy, right? And as I told you earlier, I'm just making a couple of more knots at the end so that the yarn doesn't unravel, and then we need to make 2 more of this tentacles. Altogether we'll work 3 straight tentacles and 3 spiral tentacles. We can snip off this yarn bit a little more, and we'll attach the other end to the head. This end will be attached to the head, and go ahead, work 2 more of the straight tentacles. And now let's start working the spiral tentacles. So to work the spiral tentacles, I'm gonna use the same crochet hook, which is the 10mm crochet hook, and work a slip knot, and then I'm gonna go ahead work 28 chains. Go ahead work 28 chains. So once you have worked 28 chains, you're going to go ahead work 2 half double crochet stitches on the second chain from the hook, and then I will repeat working the same pattern till the end. That is, I'm going to work 2 half double crochet stitches on every single chain till the end. Go ahead work 2 half double crochet stitches on every chain till the end. So as you work, you can see that your work getting spiraled up, and that's it. Nothing fancy that we are working to achieve the spiral. So we're just increasing the number of stitch counts on each chains, so it naturally gets curled up. So continue working this pattern till the end. So once you're done with it, repeat this pattern till the end, and then work a slip stitch, leave a long tail, and then tie the starting point and the end point together. You can see the nice spiral here. Now work a slip stitch and then tie the starting yarn point and the end yarn point together. Now we need to work 2 more of this spiral tentacles and 2 more of this straight tentacles. So altogether we need 3 spiral tentacles and 3 straight tentacles, and we are gonna just work or attach them to the last round of our head that we have worked. I'm just gonna use my crochet hook to just attach these tentacles to the head. So this is a very good no-sew amigurumi, chunky amigurumi pattern. So it's easy for beginners to work as well. So we are not sewing anything. So, and it's made of chunky yarn, and it gives a nice soft cuddly feel, and it's ideal for even babies because we don't use any safety eyes. We are just using the felt eyes, so it's good for babies as well. Once you have attached all the tentacles to the head, you can go ahead use a blunt tip of a crochet hook or a dowel stick to just gently tuck in the yarn bits inside the amigurumi. So go ahead, tuck in all the yarn bits inside the amigurumi itself, and once we are done with that, we can start working our eyes. So our head and tentacle part is done. So I'm just gently tracing using a medicine cup. So I'm just freehanding my eyes here. So if you're not if you don't like this idea, you can just use some templates to cut out your eyes, or if you have a Cricut, you can use the Cricut also to work the eyes. So then with the white felt, I'm gonna attach the eye details, and I'm gonna use a glue gun to stick this eyes to the head. So that's it. Our super simple, super easy one ball amigurumi, a chunky jellyfish amigurumi is ready. So this we exactly used one ball of Premier Parfait XL yarn. It's called Sprinkles. They just launched it on Friday, so make sure you check out their color collections. I have posted the link in the description, and they look super soft and cuddly, and I hope you enjoyed making this amigurumi with me. So these are the color shades that you can get in this yarn variety. And if you want a free written pattern of this amigurumi, it's available in my website, theyarnbowlcrochet.com. Link for that is available in the description. And if you have an Instagram account, do follow me on my Instagram as well. I post project updates and fun reels on my Instagram. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the Yarn Bowl and click on the bell icon as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.